Clear for and against positions on this one. For opening up and allowing political parties to come under the RTI, Chetan Bhagat, well-known author, against Gaurav Bhatia, Samajwadi Party. For TSR Subramaniam, former cabinet secretary, against Siddharth Nath Singh of the BJP. For Mayank Gandhi of the Aam Aadmi Party. Someone who does not want to open up political parties to transparency, I wonder why, is sitting next to me, Rahul Narvekar. For is Professor Jagdeep Chokar of the Association of Democratic Reforms. And against, my first question is to Professor Rajiv Gowda, Congress spokesperson. Tell me, Dr. Gowda, Professor Gowda, what is there to hide? What's there to hide?
There is nothing to hide.
Then why are you behaving so nervously?
The point is, it's about... Hold on. Basic point is, are you making it easier to form political parties, to run political parties, to make democracy work?
What?
Political parties are movements. They're not bureaucratic corporations. You don't have to hire an army of accountants.
My God, you're saying this as a Congress spokesperson? The RTI was the Congress brainchild. Congress has been boasting about it since its inception.
That is not
if you believe in transparency, if the Congress party believes in transparency, Congress party, author of the RTI does not want to come under its purview.
Not at all. That's not the point. Please
That's precisely
pay
the point.
attention to what I'm saying. The contributions about 20,000 are already noted. Lots of other contributions come in, right? That's one aspect.
No, where? I don't know where your contributions come in from.
Information on
I don't know.
Other aspects.
I don't know where your contributions. Do I know where Shiv Sena contributions come from?
You may have contributions.
No, I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. And by the way,
political parties are not running around.
You're all looking so nervous today about this. It's embarrassing.
The current order does not directly affect my party being a state party. But however, be that as it may. See, when you look at the application of a particular legislation to any individual or authority...
Well, one second. Can I just interrupt you to say one thing? I just want to tell the viewers, watch this to all our Newshour viewers. This may not happen ever again. You have the Congress, Shiv Sena, Samajwadi Party and the Congress Party on one side. Please continue. This is the eighth wonder of the world on the Newshour tonight. Please continue. Please, no, you are all on the same side. No, I'm coming to you.
Please don't put me in any group without giving me a chance.
Which is against this political party, that is Aam Aadmi Party. We believe in transparency, we believe in accountability, we believe that this should be under the RTI, and the party which is authoring RTI, now that the water is under their feet, are running scared.
You complete your point.
Well, they claim themselves to be a political party without having tested any political waters. They don't know what they're talking about, therefore they can make such reckless statements. In any event, let's come to the point here. The point here is, when you make a particular legislation applicable to any individual entity, you need to get into the background, you need to get into the preamble, you need to get into the purpose and objects of that legislation. Now, what is the object and purpose of the
transparency?
RTI Act? Transparency.
Yeah, transparency.
It is to provide information which is otherwise not available to the common citizen. Am I right? Am I right?
No, one
second. Okay. Now, insofar as financial disclosures are concerned, every political party is required to file their income tax returns. In the income tax returns, they give all the details as to what is their collection through political funding, what are their expenses, etc., etc.
All politicians?
Therefore,
is it all public?
If the real purpose...
Is it all public?
Of course it is public.
It is all public?
You please file an application before the income tax authority.
My question
you will get the reply.
Calm down, please. You see, the problem is 5 days back you forget your own words will come to eat you, haunt you, bother you. Because a few days back, you, Rahul Narvekar, sat in the studio and said, "Bring the cricket board under the."
Yes, absolutely.
You want the BCCI to come under the RTI, but not a political party. Chetan, isn't that?
Come on. My opposition is not to the political parties being brought into the ambit of RTI. My problem is the purpose. If there is already a remedy available, why do you want to further stringent the project?
Hear from Chetan.
I don't know if income tax returns is the best way. We have a wonderful law called the RTI, whichever party can claim to say they made it. Thank you for that, and that has helped this country a lot in exposing things. So I think the people want accountability now. Yeah. There is a large number of people, whether it's BCCI, whether political parties, they want. Now, Arnab, at the same time, there is some RTI abuse. There is some RTI bullying, especially of a public figure. I'm not defending anybody over here or anything, but I think, especially when it comes to a politician who has a public image.
I'm sorry, politicians also use RTI.
No, they do, but I'm just saying,
I'll tell you,
it should come with some riders.
Watch it. The same politician, in February 2010, in his second press conference, after taking over as BJP president, Siddharth Singh answered this. Your party president, the Right Honourable, ex-president, Right Honourable Nitin Gadkari said that to expose the policies of the government, he distributed 2 sets of government of 86 pages. One was the data received under RTI and the other was its analysis to correspondence. In other words, you use RTI to puncture your opposition. Right? And today you are running scared of using the same RTI to tell me where you are getting your money from, who's traveling, who's funding your flights, are private planes bought, or what rate you buy it at, what is the cost of aviation fuel that you are spending, who pays for your hotel bills. I want to know.
What about each and every rally?
I want to know.
Congress Suraj Kund rally, which they must have spent nothing less than 20 crores. How do I get the account?
Siddharth Singh. Ball is in your court, Siddharth. You're on the same side as the Congress tonight.
Thank you, sir. No. If your question is over, na?
You're on the same side as the Congress tonight. You don't have to be queasy about it.
Forget about. No,
you don't have to feel uncomfortable about it. It's a reality tonight.
I'm not uncomfortable. There is no misconception. We have always said RTI is a good act. We have always said that transparency and accountability in political life and public domain should be maintained, adhered to. There are certain norms. We must all rise above those norms. But the problem is that the entire media and everybody are jumping on the CIC order of yesterday as a landmark which will provide transparency and accountability. Now that is where my objection or I raise certain doubts. There is already a provision under which we submit as political parties to the Election Commission certain details. I know you can laugh over it, but let me answer that.
I'm just remembering what you said in the Lokpal.
One to one, whoever.
Wait. At that point of time, the exact same. You are completely contradicting the position on Lokpal. Mr. Siddharth Singh, Mr. Singh, you remember what you said on Lokpal?
Allow me, or I can come back to you on what you said also.
I completely remember what I said. I didn't say during the Lokpal. I tell you what you said. The Congress party said that does the BJP think that the Lokpal, the Congress party said.
I have not completed
stopping me.
I refuse to answer, Mr. Goswami. Mr. Goswami, I refuse to answer a further question till you allow me to complete my point.
But Mr. Siddharth Singh, please complete your point. But I also would like to place on record, I would like you to answer my question.
You are welcome to ask me a second question. Mr. Goswami, you are welcome to ask me
fine. Continue, please. I'll come back to you.
Thank you very much. Now, the issue is of transparency and accountability. Are we going to achieve this from the CIC order by interpreting that the
Why not?
Political parties come under the RTI
Why not?
Act?
Why not?
The answer is no. There is already an election. I'm answering that. There is already an election commission under the purview of the election commission, under the superintendence of election commission, which is a constitutional body. We are obliged. We are under the law. We are under the oath to give them all those things. And RTI applies to income tax, RTI applies to election commission, you can take all those information.
Well, you know.
We under the name of transparency and accountability, we are barking on the wrong side of the tree. The issue of corruption, decriminalization will all come under if we look at a different side, which is called the electoral reform. And unfortunately, we are not.
Sir, you see, this is the problem. This is a classic. Sir, this is a classic tactic.
Nobody is
classic tactic. No, 1 second. Sir, you don't want to.
Sir, please tell me.
Sir, you please let me go to the Samajwadi Party and the others.
How do I perform under? How do I perform under the parliamentary board?
Sir,
why the Congress should be talking about the Congress working committee?
I will now. I am very sorry. I am very sorry. I will now start quoting the BJP to the BJP. I'll quote the BJP to the BJP. I'll tell you. A certain BJP leader once said.
Now your second question.
No, I will not. A question goes to the other participants, but I'll tell you what the BJP leader said. A certain BJP leader once said, is the government scared of the RTI Act? This government is fooling the people of this country because it wants to turn its back on the RTI Act.
Goswami, you are misquoting.
Tell me the name of the BJP leader.
Because you are an anchor, you have the liberty to do that.
Sir,
but unfortunately, you are
I
wrong.
quote.
It was
I
on
quote.
the issue.
I
it
quote.
Was on the issue.
When
it
I
was
quote.
On the issue
When my
of
quote
RTI
stings.
Being diluted.
Sir, when my quote
Goswami,
stings.
It was on the issue.
When
of
my
RTI being diluted by the Prime Minister office.
TSR Subramaniam. Why this unease?
Then the BJP.
I don't know why this open up today. The people of this country, Siddharthnath Singh will tell you, you are doing a damn good thing. If you only have the courage to say, I will open up my account, I just open it up. You know, you have so much goodwill to gain, and you have so little to lose. One sec.
One sec. I just want to
TSR Subramaniam hasn't spoken. TSR Subramaniam.
Arnab, you are usually right, but today I think you made a slight factual mistake. Don't forget, a few months back, a year back or so, the Lokpal was killed, though it was not killed so overtly, but all the parties got together one way or the other, some openly, some more subtly.
But this is more overt than
that. We all know, the whole country knows, that with 50 lakhs or 1 crore as a limit for each constituency election, the actual expenditure is 20 to 30 crores. In fact, a senior minister said so in one of your own programs. Now, apart from removal of poverty, for which another eyewash is taking place elsewhere today, we are now this is the first step to clean up the electoral process. Why is every party highly suspicious? People are going to be very angry with political parties that the moment any cleanup is thought of, or immediately they get scared. They say, now tell me, today, for example, in government, you have the ruling party and the ruling government. Are they different? They are two sides of the same coin. We want to know who is paying the ruling party and what influence it has on the ruling government and what policies are come there. And what is wrong with the people wanting to know that. We want complete transparency. And this, we should not go into technicalities of what the intention of Parliament, etc. was. The question is, we want transparency and as much as BCCI. If a private company is exposed to company law regulations,
before I go to the two other participants who haven't spoken, Professor Jagdeep Chokar and Gaurav Bhatia, I would like to have one question to the Congress spokesperson. Professor Gowda, there is a facile argument which the Congress party has put forward. And that argument is that political parties are not government bodies, right? And therefore, you cannot be brought under the RTI. My question to you is, sir, is the BCCI a government body? Did Rashid Alvi, Ajay Makan,
the issue
and no. The Congress party was leading the charge a few days back, saying the BCCI and the IPL should be brought under the RTI. They're not government bodies when it comes to accepting your.
Also runs the Indian cricket team.
Yes, and the Congress party runs the country. Please don't be super technical in your argument.
No.
Is the answer is the BCCI government body?
The CIC argument
is the BCCI government body?
Is super technical.
Is the BCCI a government body?
Broadcast time is subsidized.
Is the BCCI a government body?
Delhi, and therefore you become a government body.
Is the BCCI government body?
The Congress party is always
is the BCCI government body?
Not a government body.
Is the BCCI a government body?
The BCCI is not a government.
Then why did you want BCCI under RTI?
Body which produces the Indian, because the Indian cricket team is organized by the BCCI.
Oh, okay.
And therefore, there's a larger context there.
Well, I don't understand this context completely.
All I'm trying to say is today the democracy is being run by non-democratic and completely opaque parties. And
basic point.
See, Aam Aadmi Party is the only party which has all the accounts on its website. Why don't the other parties put it on website?
It's a good point. Gaurav Bhatia, where do you stand? Where does the Samajwadi Party stand?
Please, it's not a political speech.
Yeah, Arnab, I would like to start by saying that without getting into the legality of the order and not commenting on the reasoning, but the intent of the order is that there should be more transparency and accountability. And I must say that you started the show by saying that I am against it, the Samajwadi Party is against it. I don't know how you drew this presumption, because
all political parties seem to be
amongst the regional parties. No, but without even giving me a chance to speak, you drew that presumption. And I would say that, you know, for the sake of accountability and transparency, whether it comes from the CIC order or from the Election Commission of India doesn't matter, but it is time when there is more transparency and accountability. And I would like to inform you that Samajwadi Party had the largest number of disclosed donations amongst all the regional parties. And two key figures which I would like to share with you why the Congress is opposing it. The Congress might claim that it gave RTI to the country, but when it comes to donations, they said that 922 crores in the last 3 years came from coupon sale, of which they do not have to account for. That did not come from donations. And the BSP, which is also another national party,
that's a good point,
basically in the state of UP, said not even a single donation of rupees 20,000 came to BSP, because they did not want to divulge the details. So therefore there is a need for accountability and transparency. And for the Samajwadi Party, I would just like to say, there is an order. We would definitely like to be proactive and have an internal mechanism, even if we don't get directions from other authorities.